folks. This is Jake from Tier 3 Tactical. Today we're going to be talking about one of my more popular programs. It's a 5-week functional fitness program for beginner athletes. And now this program isn't exactly for true beginners, somebody who's never worked out in a gym. These folks need to get some good coaching, or at least work out with somebody who has solid technique and can kind of show them the rules of the road and keep them safe in the gym. This is a beginner program for someone who works out, maybe does traditional bodybuilding or weightlifting, and is looking to get into functional fitness. So they still want to do some weightlifting, they want to gain some strength and muscle, but they also need to get their heart rate up so they can get some of those benefits as well. The plan, which is completely free as of this recording, it's in the link is in the description, so check it out there. There's going to be a lot more resources. I've included a PDF of the program in the link to the article, and there's going to be resources in there such as my nutrition guide, which helps you track your body fat. It gives you your macros. It also will tell you how many calories you burn in a session in the gym, whether that's strength training or during your WOD or metabolic conditioning session. It's a tool I created to help out my athletes, and I provide it for free in there. So definitely click on that link and check it out. But without further ado, let's get to the program goals, okay? Like I said, this isn't for somebody who's never ever stepped foot in the gym. This is for somebody that has some gym experience and probably has pretty safe technique with the major lifts. This program doesn't have any super complicated lifts. It doesn't have anything that's really high skill. To be honest with you, if you are interested in those full snatches, muscle ups, difficult skills like that, you need a coach. Go find a functional fitness gym or find somebody who can teach you those skills. That's the easiest way to do it, and it's the safest way to do it. But the program goals, one is to become accustomed to high intensity workouts. I remember my own intro into functional fitness world. It was 2007. I was bodybuilder, the whole deal, chest and buys, back and tries, all that stuff. Thought I'd try a workout of the day, a WOD, and got smashed. I think my first workout was Tabata something else, and I remember specifically thinking that Tabata air squats would be super easy since I squat with a lot of weight, and I couldn't really walk right for like 20 minutes afterwards. So it takes some time to become accustomed to these high-intensity workouts, even if you're pretty strong. And in some cases, being strong makes it worse because you have the physical ability to move weight, but you don't have the energy systems to support that kind of power output. Next, we're going to look at building muscle. There's really 3 factors that allow you to build muscle. It's mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and progression overload. So this program has all 3, and the metabolic stress in a WOD actually will help you build muscle. So if you've just been bodybuilding, that's a certain type of metabolic stress and tension. You're going to get more of that and more, a little bit of a different type of impact from this workout. So it's going to help you build a little bit more muscle, especially if you're not accustomed to it. And for many of you, this is going to be a way to start your fat loss journey. Is it going to turn you into a men's health model? No. Newsflash, a lot of those are taking some extra supplements, but this is going to probably help you lose a little bit of weight. That's something you're looking for, so that's always a good thing. And lastly, it's going to be increase your work capacity. Now, if you're new to this functional fitness game, increasing work capacity just means the amount of reps, the amount of weight that you can do in a given amount of time. So if I can do 10 reps at 100 pounds in 1 minute, and then I can do 12 in a couple weeks, I've increased my work capacity. And that's what we're looking to do with this program. So we'll get down to the first week of the program. You can see that this program is 3 days per week. Now in the graphic, I've listed it as Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As a coach, I don't care when you do it. Do it whatever fits your schedule. The key thing is that you do it and you do the work. And there are 3 components to each session. The first is a warm-up. I like to do 3 to 5 minutes of moderate pace cardio, walking, assault bike, row, whatever. And then I like to do a little bit of gymnastics work. So here, let's look at the Monday. I've got 3 pull-ups, 7 push-ups, and 10 air squats. And that's going to be 3 rounds at easy pace. So not as fast as you can go. Maintain a conversational pace. It should feel kind of like you're jogging. And then afterwards, some active stretching, dynamic warm-up, like leg kicks, leg swings, things like that. and anything you might see someone do on an NFL field or a team football field prior to their warm-ups. Those are dynamic warm-ups. Those are pretty beneficial, so that can be good too. If you want to do some static stretching, touching your toes, stretching your quads, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. The next part's the WOD. That's workout of the day. Now, I know you may not be 100% familiar with all of the terms and acronyms we use, but if you go to that article that's linked in the description below, there's a good link in there that kind of explains all that. So definitely check it out. But AMRAP is as many rounds as possible in 15 minutes. We've got 12 dumbbell snatches at 50 pounds for men and 35 for women, 12 sit-ups, 12 burpees. So you're just going to cycle through 12, 12, 12 of those 3 movements for 15 minutes. If you're not accustomed to this work, and even if you are accustomed to this type of stuff, the best method in this length of an AMRAP is to start at about 80% effort, and then after 5 or 6 minutes, you can increase your speed if you're able to do so. Almost everyone starts too fast, including good athletes. I remind my athletes at the gym all the time, don't go too fast, and yet they still go too fast. So that may say more about my coaching than anything else. But for you out there, I'm sure you'll heed my advice. Start out a little bit slower. This isn't a competition with anyone. This is an intro into functional fitness. So you can see Wednesday, we work on different muscle groups. It looks a little different, but it's going to be the same general plan. You're going to start with a warm-up, a little bit of light calisthenics. You're going to hit a WOD that's going to get your heart rate up. You're going to move some weight, but you're going to do it quickly, okay? And then you're going to cool down at the end of it with 5 minutes of a walk or cycle. And this is actually supported by research. Athletes tend to recover better when they can help clear metabolic waste products out of their muscles, and the clearance is facilitated by easy cardio. This is very easy, like walking at a slow pace, or cycling at like 60 watts, or if you're on a treadmill, would be walking like 2.5 miles an hour. Like no effort whatsoever, just moving. That's what you want here. So that's week 1. Moving down to week 2, this isn't going to change, folks. What we're going to do is we're probably going to add in a little extra movements. If you don't know all these movements, it's completely fine. I would recommend you just YouTube the movement. There's going to be some coach out there who's going to explain it to you pretty well. If you don't feel confident doing the movement, you need to pick a movement that is similar to it, but is a little bit easier. So let's, for example, let's say you don't, on week 2, if you look at Wednesday, the WOD has 14 power cleans. If you're not very good at power cleaning or you've never done it before, make that a deadlift. As long as your back's straight and you're keeping the bar close to your legs, you'll be doing a safe deadlift, okay? So if you don't know, you can just simply modify it, but try to keep it the same. So a deadlift still uses legs and back. Power clean still uses legs and back. So stick with the same muscle groups. And if you really are stumped and you don't know what to do, go to that article that's in the description below and put a comment in there. I always answer those comments, and I get a lot of folks asking how to scale workouts if they don't have this piece of equipment or they can't do this or that. It's easy. I can help you out there. So go down there and you can put a comment and I'll help you out. Moving on to week 3. By now, you should be feeling a little bit better. I always tell folks the first 2 weeks are hard. You don't have any experience to draw from. Your body's going to be like, what are we doing? You're going to be pretty sore. That's fine. That's expected. But after week 3, you're probably going to be feeling pretty good. And you might be noticing that you have a little bit more energy in your off times, assuming you're not super sore. It's okay to be sore. A lot of these workouts, you're going to have a lot of volume, more than you might traditionally do. Soreness is okay. That is not a muscle injury. You'll know if you're injured. You'll not want to move it, and it'll happen immediately. You'll know. Trust me. If you're just sore and it goes away with movement, you'll probably be okay. It's not medical advice. That's just my experience as a coach and athlete. Now, week 4. We're getting towards the end of this program. Same thing. We have a warm-up that looks very similar, and then we have the WOD and a cool-down. Movements the WODs are generally around, if you pay attention, they should be around 10 to 15 minutes, and some are going to be shorter. And like I said, you don't need to do it exactly as it's written. In functional fitness, we often scale the movements. Like we said earlier, changing a deadlift for a power clean. That's completely normal and that's accepted. The goal is you should feel like you had the exact same workout that someone else who did it exactly as written had. Even if it's different, that's completely fine. Everyone scales, and I would say it's very common to scale workouts for, sometimes a year or more, depending on the level of athlete, depending on your experience doing other athletic activities. Lastly, week 5. This is the last week of the intro program. And you've pretty much seen at this point the vast majority of the most common types of functional fitness workouts we're going to do. You've seen longer workouts, you've seen shorter workouts, you've seen workouts that are every minute on the minute, you've seen workouts that are a fixed amount of work where it's 21, 15, 9, and you do that as fast as possible. So now you should have a pretty good understanding of what to do. If you like this type of workout, head over to the article, check it out. And then at the bottom, I've got tons of other programs that I've included. I've also got a few premium programs that I'll put in the link in the description for as well. These programs are much more detailed. They are my answer to athletes who want custom programs. I charge a fair amount of money for people that want one-on-one coaching online or in person, just because it takes away from my ability to do videos or write articles. So these custom programs are a good intermediate step, and they're about 1/10 the price that I normally charge a one-on-one client. So it's going to give you things like percentage to shoot for on your lifts. It's going to give you coach's notes. It's going to give you time frames to aim for on workouts and things like that. So I'll include 1 or 2 of those premium programs down there if that's something you want. If you like to have a little more detail and a very solid plan, that might be a good choice for you. But you can also look around on the website. I've got dozens of programs that I've written from all levels, from beginner, intermediate, advanced, specialty programs for running or for upper body strength, whatever. So definitely check that out if you think that you want to try other things, or maybe this program isn't exactly what you want. Hope you liked the video, and please like and subscribe, and I would ask you to share it with somebody who you think might benefit from this type of video. Thanks for watching.